Hello, everyone. Welcome to Book Club Preview. I'm Michael, and today we're looking at the Graveyard Book, Chapter 5, Dance Macabre, or Macabre. It starts off with everyone just acting weird in the graveyard. First of all, Miss Owens is, oh, it's so dirty. How'd it get so dirty? She's trying to clean and fix things, and Bod's trying to ask her question, and she's like, go out. There's no time. I have to clean. And so Bod gets sent out. He's like, man, Mom's acting weird, even singing a little weird song that he's never heard her sing before. And then Mother Slaughter is singing another song that sounds the same that Mrs. Owens was singing. And she's like, do you see the blossoms, boy? Your eyes are better than mine. Do you see the blossoms? And Bod's like, what? Flowers blossoming in winter? Like, that's... And then Mother Slaughter's like, come on, don't you see them? It's time for the dance macabre. And Bod's like, what are you talking about? And then she disappears. And he goes and he talks to other people, and everyone is singing the same song. Every ghost or dead person's cleaning, and none of them were actually giving Bod any answers. And so finally, he goes over to Silas. And when he goes up to where Silas is, Silas has a bag with some clothes in it. He says, here, put on these clothes. And Bod's just been wearing this like long white shirt the whole time. It's like, why do I need clothes? And Silas says, think of it as camouflage. Camouflage is when an animal or a lizard or a bug, whatever, a living thing, changes its color to match the surrounding area that it's in. So if you think of like an army soldier, they wear like this green and brown uniform. So if they're walking in the forest, you can't see them very easily. If you think about a chameleon will actually change its color to match the tree or the leaves or something that it's in. This is camouflage. And so Silas says, these clothes are like camouflage. Someday you'll have to leave the graveyard, and then you'll look like normal humans and can walk around like a normal human. And then Bod asks him, like, well, hey, what is this macabre that people keep talking about? The dance macabre. What is this? And Silas says it's a dance. It's a dance between the living and the dead. But I've never danced it because you have to be living or dead, and I am neither. And Bod feels like, oh man, Silas must be so lonely. I just want to give him a hug. No, you just can't hug Silas. So he doesn't hug Silas. And then he runs off. As he runs off, there are 3 people by the Egyptian walk. And that's where these flowers are actually blooming in wintertime, these white flowers. And there's 2 kind of like worker guys, maybe like gardener kind of thing, kind of role, I'm not too sure. And then one is a lady mayor. And the lady mayor is like, why are we doing this? This is ridiculous. What are we doing? And then 2 other guys says, hey, we don't know. It's tradition. You're supposed to come up here, clip the flowers, and give them to everyone in Old Town. It's an Old Town tradition. All the mayors have to do it. Well, no one told me about it, the mayor says. And says, well, this hasn't happened in 80 years. So the previous mayor probably never had a chance. But it is an Old Town tradition, and you have to do it. So she clips all the flowers, and then Bod goes off to sleep. He goes off to sleep, and the sun's kind of going down. He wakes up, and everyone's gone. Hello, Mom? Liza? Silas? Everyone is gone. And Bod feels a little panic. He calms down, and he starts to walk out towards the gate of the graveyard. And then he sees the people passing out flowers and other people accepting the flowers. And so Bod goes out and leaves the graveyard to talk to the people with the flowers. But he also hears some music. There's some kind of music in the air that kind of leads him out of the graveyard. And he's kind of asking, do you hear the music? Where's the music coming from? And the mayor and the two guys are giving people flowers, and people are like, "What is this flower for? I'm not going to give you any money." No, 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 it's an old town tradition. Oh, then it's a tradition. Oh, here's a flower. What? I don't want no flower. Oh, that was more like a southern accent. I didn't do a very good British one. Who's that flower for, Mum? Something like that. And the governor's just like, it's a tradition. Just take it. I don't want any money. I don't want you to vote for me. It's just a tradition. Take this flower. And so people start taking these flowers, and they're beautiful, and they smell great. They feel proud, and they hear the music. And then suddenly, it goes silent. And a row of 5 people start walking down from the graveyard. All the dead people, most of them, which Bod knows, and they're all coming out of the graveyard. And everyone's looking. Some are scared, some are happy. And then, I can't remember, one of the guys goes up to the mayor and says, "Would you like to dance?" And she says, "Yes, I would." And she takes his hand, they touch, and music starts. And everyone starts dancing, and all the dead people go to all the live people, and they all start dancing. And Liza Hemstock comes over to Bod and says, "Isn't this wonderful?" And she starts dancing with Bod, and everyone is having such a great time. And Bod is like, "This is wonderful. What's going on?" No one gives him any answers, but they just say, "This is so great. This is the dance." And they're dancing around. And then the music goes down again. And then comes the lady on the gray. And then she comes down and starts dancing with everyone. And they're all dancing together. And then it's the last dance. Oh, while they're dancing, Bod actually sees Silas, and he says, "Silas! Silas, come join us! Silas!" And they're all dancing around, and Silas goes deeper into the darkness and disappears. And then it's the last song, and the lady on the gray stands before Bod, and Bod dances with the lady on the gray. And he's like, I like your horse. It's a beautiful horse." And she's like, "Yes, it's a fantastic horse." And Bod says, "Can I ride your horse someday?" She says, "Yes, everyone rides my horse. One day you'll ride my horse. So do you promise?" He says, "Yes, I promise." So it sounds like when you die, you get to ride the horse, the gray. So all the dance happens, it ends, everyone goes, and they all go to sleep. And Bod wakes up, and he's so excited. He's like, "That was amazing last night. It was so amazing." And Mrs. Owen says, what was that? What was so amazing?" "The dance, don't you remember? The lady on the gray was there." He was so excited. And Miss Owen says, "Oh, whatever. Okay, sure. Yeah, everyone danced out. Yeah, we left the graveyard." Okay. Oh, you silly boy. And then Bob's like, "Man, what's going on?" And he keeps going around to the dead people, and they don't talk about the dance or the song or anything. Until finally he goes to Silas, and he's like, "Silas, you were there. You saw it." And Silas says, I don't know what you're talking about." "Silas, don't say that. You saw us doing the dance." And he says, "I saw something, but I don't know what it was." And Bod is trying to just share his excitement. It's like, imagine if you went and had Christmas, and then the next day, no one remembered Christmas, right? This is kind of similar. And Silas gets a little upset, a little bit angry, a little bit... Bod actually feels a little bit scared. Not that he thinks Silas is going to hurt him, but that he woke up a tiger or something. And then before Bod can really argue or start to ask more questions or to say more things, he feels this shh, boink, snow! And he's so excited for snow that he forgets about all the other stuff. And that is how the chapter ends. Some vocabulary words. Hemming. Hemming is to take a cloth and to kind of fold it in on itself. So let me give you an example. You can do this with dresses. I usually think of pants. Okay. Whoa. Here's a pair of pants. Okay. There we go. This bottom part we call the hem. And the reason is because there's this thicker line there. So with the jeans, you actually fold it back up and you sew it so that way the ends are not just hanging out at the bottom, and so it looks smooth at the bottom. That is called hemming. And so Mrs. Owens had some sewing, some hemming to do. Insubstantial means you can't touch it, you can't feel it. So Bod really wants to hug Silas, and he can touch him, but it just feels like it's wrong. So it's not because he's insubstantial, like maybe the ghost, like the Owens, although the Owens and the other ghosts can touch Bod, usually they're insubstantial, meaning you can't touch them. Ornate means decorated with a lot of detail. I think we had this vocabulary word before when we're talking about the Sleer's treasure. Stuff and nonsense. I don't know why, but British people say stuff and nonsense, which is just nonsense. Makes no sense. Strange, weird, you can't understand it. But they say stuff and nonsense. Who's it? Whose is it? What is it for? Just kind of another British slang. Who's it? Is like, what is it for? What is it about? Who's it for? Prohibitions, things you can't do. Oh, I typed that twice. That leaves us with our discussion question. Why doesn't Silas tell Bod about what he saw and about the dance? Yeah, man, there's a lot. I could ask a lot of questions there, but why doesn't Silas just share and talk and share the excitement or joy, whatever? And of course, please make your own discussion question. That is all the time that we have for today. But thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Book Club Preview. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.